Hey y'all, welcome back to Quick Tip Tuesday with Cornell Jermaine. Listen, I'm so happy that you joined me once again. I am here to share with you another quick tip. Now, if you want to get a sew-in, ladies, if you want to get a sew-in, here's what you need to know that I feel most people have not considered, and that is when to take down the sew-in. I think from my professional experience that many women have experienced more damage from the takedown than from the application itself. And here's why. Because most people get the sew-in and they automatically think long term. They automatically think, oh, I can wear this for a few months, or I can wear this for X, Y, and Z. And they get it, they get comfortable. The weave is easy to style, it maintains itself to some degree, and you get in that mode and you get it done today, and all of a sudden you look up, it's 3-4 months later, and you're like, oh man, I need to get my hair done. It's kind of a little too late. I think there is an expiration date on these weaves, even lace fronts. Even if you have a lace frontal and the sew-in in the back, you know, that's a lot of what's happening nowadays. They get the frontal and then everything else is sewn in to the back. Even with those, there is an expiration date. And from my professional opinion, I think you should not wear any type of sewn weave for longer, if you want to maintain healthy hair, for longer than 6 weeks. That's a month and a half. That's enough time. That's, if you go every 2 weeks, that's 3 appointments. So you see somebody get a weave for $350, you keep it for 6 weeks, you probably got your money's worth. I think it is dangerous when you go into that 7th, 8th, then 10th, 12th. Some people even go, I've seen people that have gone 3 to 4 months with weaves. Why? Because by that time, that hair has not been hydrated properly. There's only so much oil that's gonna penetrate that hair shaft by you just sticking this bottle between these braids. There's only so much leave-in conditioner that's gonna attach itself to these braids by you going between these sections and spraying. That's not gonna be the cure-all. That is just to maintain for the few weeks that you have the service so that the hair does not get dry, molded, and begin to mat. I don't care how many oils, how many emollients, how many sprays, how many nothing you use. After about 6 weeks, especially if you're a textured curl girl, that hair is starting to mat. And what happens is now 8, 10, 12, 14 weeks later, you ready to take it down, and now your hair is brittle, it is dry, the scalp is just a mess, and now you have to fight just to get the braids out so that you can comb through the hair. Now, granted, there are a lot of detanglers out here, a lot of amazing products that will help detangle your hair, but they will not unlock mats. You can only unlock a mat by, one, cutting it off, or ripping it out. That's it. And when your hair has started to mat, which is what it's doing after that 6-week mark, after that 6 weeks, probably in some cases after 4 weeks, but I'll give you 6 weeks because at 6 weeks, we could probably get enough moisture in it to soften it enough to get the tangles and the mat out. We really don't want to have to do that. But 6 weeks, I think is foreseeable. We can make that work. 8, 12, 14, 16, sometimes 20 weeks. Not only has your hair started to mat underneath, that scalp is probably sorely dehydrated. The hair probably has an odor. And I'm not talking about the weave, I'm talking about your hair. Has an odor. And God forbid, fungus has begun to grow. Do not, if you're one who is considering, or you're one who wears sew-ins, do not keep that sew-in longer than 6 weeks. And do not keep that sew-in without putting moisturizers and conditioners in between those braids while you have it in your head. But again, I don't care how much emollient, moisture, water, oil, I don't care how much you do in between the braids. If you're keeping that hair too long, you're not going to be able to stop it from matting, which means you're not going to be able to reduce the breakage that it will cause when you're trying to take it out. So that's my spiel. A lot of us have considered and think about the beginning of the sew-in process, how the tension of the braids, how tight it is, and this, and that. But many do not consider that end process, taking it down. And in my opinion, and I know there are a lot of hairstylists out here who will agree, that is the most dangerous part when it comes to that sew-in weave. How you take it down and when. Quick Tip Tuesday is Cornell Jermaine. Listen, if you have any hair care concerns, questions, even comments, drop them below. I appreciate you as usual. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video. I'll see you next time here on Quick Tip Tuesday. Peace.